Good evening once again. Today's topic is on information system in business today. As usual, we have two video cases which you can go through it on your own during the open discussions, or you can find the source from the YouTube and go through it and discuss among your friends, so that if you need any help or any assistance, please come back to me. With that, the learning objective for today's session, the first one is understanding the effect of information system on business and their relationship to globalization. Moving on, explain why information systems are so essential in business today. Next, define an information system and describe its management, organization and technology component. So those are three learning objectives, as you can see in this slide. Moving on, continue under the same topic. Define complementary asset and explain how they ensure that information system provide genuine value to an organization. So here we might look into all assets that comes under MIS or IT, and also we will make sure how these assets provide genuine value, benefits to any organization, to any business. So let's go through that later. Next, describe the different academic discipline used to study information system and explain how each contribute to our understanding of them. So here we will be looking at different academic discipline that exists within MIS system or IT system, and explain, or we're going to take a look how each contribute to business. We need to understand how each carries value to an organization. And last not least, explain what is meant by socio-technical systems perspective. We will have a quick discussion on what is socio-technical system, especially at current or present day. So with that, we are given one case study. The problem here is related to the new Yankee Stadium looks to the future. The problem with this stadium is where the fans choosing to watch games on TV or choose other forms of entertainment. As we are aware, today we have many options, many platforms, various ways of watching games, especially for example football games. Not necessarily must use TV or high-end TV. We can always watch it through smartphone, through tablet, through PC and so on. So this was one of the problems with this company, or those who owns this stadium. So what they are looking at is they are looking at how they can make use of the value or the benefits from MIS or IT to overcome and to give their fans more opportunities or flexibility in terms of watching the games. So one of the solution provided or recommended by them is use information system to enhance the viewer's experience in terms of game coverage, in terms of statistic. This is not possible when you watch live over the game, face to face, or at the stadium, at the site, or even over the TV, because the mood in the TV is broadcasting, not two ways. Delivered via HD TV, high density TV monitors, mobile and other consideration as well. So with the social media, IT facilities today, of course we are able to do this, meaning you can get, or you can respond, you can request for statistic, for example, replay, recording. So there are many features available which was not available those days. Also, Cisco system provides technology to make this particular stadium the most wired in all baseball, right? So with the help of the Cisco company, Cisco is the networking service provider in US. They're going to provide, or they're going to so-called share their technology, in order to make this stadium as a fully high-tech stadium for the viewers. And also we can look at demonstrate IT's role in providing new product and services. Finally, one of the recommendation is to illustrate the benefit of utilizing network and mobile apps to enhance entertainment and information. So this is an example of if you come across such a question in your final exam. In a final exam, the scenario will be something similar to this, where you will be given a case study and then they will be asking you to give some recommendation, solution. So you can do the same. So normally, like what we have gone through in other lectures, in other sessions, there will be number of so-called interactive sessions given to you. You need to go through this with your friends or with your colleagues during the open discussion in the last 1 hour, and I will be available for you just in case you need any help or assistance. Otherwise, you can brainstorm with your colleague in order to come out with solution. The only difference is during the exam, you got to write it down, in that particular online MS Word before you upload it back into Moodle. So with that, let me allow to move on with the very first slide, looking at the role of information system in business today, generally, and how information systems are transforming today's business. As we all aware, with the wireless technology available, or with the advanced wireless technology that is available today at home, at businesses, at companies, at plants, all industrials, where most of the apps or systems are web-based, definitely all these are transforming the way we do things, the way we run business, the way we do our activities on day-to-day basis. On top of that, with the Web 2 technologies, we will look into more details shortly. It really changing the way we used to do our business or used to manage our business compared to how we're going to do it or how we are doing it now. Terms of technology such as cloud computing, mobile digital platform, and there are a lot more other terms that you will come across, allow more distributed work, compared to centralized work, help us in decision making, and definitely it helps us in collaboration among the businesses or among the entities or among different parties in running the business. So here itself you can see there are many reason or value that IT brings onto the companies or onto the businesses today. On top of that, IT also provides globalization opportunities. With the availability of the internet, it has reduced the cost of operating on global scale. 5 years ago, for example, we have never heard, or we have heard one or two companies only which were operating at global level, such as eBay, Amazon.com, right? But today we have so many companies that are collaborating and operating at global level, such as Lazada, Shopee, Alibaba, ePay, PayPal, and so on. You can name it. The list can be very long. So both IT with the new technologies, definitely it comes with much opportunities as well as challenges, which we will look at some later for discussion purpose, and also you will come across in the coming slides. What you have in your next slide is total investment of IT over a long period. Definitely the data here is quite outdated. you can obtain the similar data from the internet today. Like I have been in the IT for 20 over years, and I have shared with all of you that my background is in high volume manufacturing semiconductor, where we make very high tech or very high end chips, like what the discussion is going on between China and US today, that who going to be the first one in manufacturing 7 nanometer kind of chips. Uh, the most advanced one as of today, if I'm not mistaken, is 7 nanometers. Of course, they are still working on 10, 14, and so on. So the leader today is either US or China or Taiwan, yeah, TSMC, where they are making very high-end chips. And that is the reason why, uh, just to go offline a bit, everyone is interested in Taiwan, because Taiwan or TSMC is the #1 chip making company in the world. So all the very high-tech chips, especially for 5G related, very high-end mobile phone, high-end TV, any high-end latest product, even drones, most of the chips are being produced by TSMC. So if TSMC definitely will become a very important country or critical country for the global manufacturing product, in terms of manufacturing chips. Yeah. So with that, when I was in IT 20 years ago, uh, actually the priority in investing IT was quite low. Most probably we were investing 10 or 20%, not more than that. But things have completely changed today, where we are in where the company is either they have choice or not, they have to invest 30%, 40%, 50%, or even higher. Reason, as you are aware, most of the functions or features or how the business operates today are completely depending on IT system. So with that, there are a lot of investment or huge investment need to be pumping into IT in terms of infrastructure, software, hardware, people, trainings, and so on. So the list can be very long, as you have heard in many of my classes, where IT is a very wide area, very complicated, getting very sophisticated, and definitely is going to go further, and the investment on IT going to be huge in the future. And in the next slide, what you can see is what we call emerging technologies. Emerging technologies are full or new technologies such as cloud computing, big data, other than that, AI, artificial intelligence, all the advanced technologies which are fully digital, which are changing every firm that we have today. For example, we have never heard companies like Alibaba or Samsung maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, what we used to know is Microsoft, IBM, Apple. But today we have so many new companies like a Grab in our country, Grab Food, Grab Car, Grab Share, Grab Logistic, and so on. The same goes to many other companies. All these companies are new IT companies, new IT service providers, solution providers, and they are fully on digital platform. So what they have given or their impact to the companies today are, they have created significant business relationship over the digital platform, and their core business processes are accomplished through digital network. Yeah, completely digital, no more analog, no more the old ways of we running things. And key corporate assets, all the corporate assets, at the corporate level are fully managed digitally. That's the reason why, like I mentioned earlier, today all our functions, all our jobs, all our the way we do things are completely system based, compared to those days 5 years down the road, where you used to do it manually or offline, but no more. So what it has created in today's world is what we call time shifting and space shifting. What are the meaning of these two? Time shifting means uh, products are being produced in a shorter period of time. For example, last time the turnaround time used to be 1 year, later cut down to 9 months, 6 months. Today you can see new product almost like every 3 months or even every month, yeah, some products. So the time to market, the time to produce new product is getting shorter and shorter due to the advancement or enhancement of MIS system. That is one or two example related to time shifting. The same goes to skill, people skill. People need to keep their skill updated or upgraded accordingly. Space shifting is is the case where many companies are closing down their offices today, their physical offices, like what is happening to all our banks. Many branches have been closed, many business centers, physical office, yeah, I'm referring to physical office, are all being closed or being shrink into smaller size. The same goes to IT infrastructure, data center becoming smaller and smaller due to we are having more powerful servers and IT system which are very much smaller in size, but they are very powerful. Like what have happened to our phone. Our phone used to be big, smaller screen, big in size, but today what we have is a smaller phone, or if the phone is big, the screen size is actually occupying the entire front page or the front portion of the phone, because everybody wants a smaller phone, lighter phone, but bigger screen. So that is an example of how digital firms offer greater flexibility in organization and management in terms of time shifting and space shifting. Okay, in the next slide, you have one interactive session with few questions which you can go through it yourself with your friends during the second session of the session today. Let me continue with the role of information system in business today, yeah, on the same topic. Growing interdependence between ability to use information technology and ability to implement corporate strategies and achieve corporate goals. And this is possible only with the availability and with the use of MIS system, right? So business firms invest heavily in information system to achieve the below 6 strategies, which are: one, in terms of improve the operational excellence. We have no choice. Yeah, we will see more details in the coming slides. We have to improve the operational excellence of the company or business by using IT system, yeah, advanced IT system. New products, services, and business models are all being fully supported by the IT system. Customer and supplier relationship, again, CRM system that we have discussed in some other topics, fully under the control of IT system. Improve decision making system, systems such as decision making system, expert system, enterprise system, which are directly involved in improving decision making system or decision making process by the senior management and by the middle management. In order to stay competitive, definitely we need to have, or we need to invest into IT system and to survive further. And we have many cases of companies closed down or wiped out or disappeared for very simple reason: they refuse to change or resistant to change. Many companies, yeah, example Kodak, Fujifilm still surviving. There are many new companies, yeah, are in the risk of closing down or will be wiped out or will be merged for many reasons. One, they don't have enough or sufficient fund to invest in IT, or they don't have enough fully trained people or with the right skill to continue their operation. Infrastructure investment is very high, and also must get a very strong support from the senior management. If the senior management is not agreeing or not looking at these ideas or not accepting into these strategies, then definitely the company or the business will be wiped out. So with that, let's run quickly in the next couple of slides to discuss each one of the strategy, which is quite useful for all your assignments as well as even for your exam. In terms of operational excellence, definitely IT system will improve the efficiency in obtaining higher profitability through fully automated, highly automated, replace manual system, manual tasks with IT tasks or with fully automated tasks, or function or process. So IT or information system, it is an important tool in achieving greater efficiency and productivity. For example, we have Walmart retail link system, link suppliers to store for superior replenishment system. There are many systems that we can quote, that has replaced the current system or the manual system in terms of improving the productivity and the profitability of the company. In terms of new products, services, and business model, IT or MIS system have definitely was the key factors in generating new business model, which will describe how company produces, delivers, and sell product or services to create more wealth compared to the current system or existing system. Information system and technology as well is a major enabling tool for new products, services, and business model. Like what I have mentioned earlier, there are a lot of or many new companies that we know today, which will never exist, or we have never heard about these companies 5 years down the road. For example, iTunes, Google, Samsung, and so on. Netflix, for example, compared to all the rest of the companies which will exist 5 years, 10 years ago, but not fully on IT system. In terms of customer and supplier relationship, definitely IT system serving customers in returning, in which raises revenues and profit. So due to the pandemic, we have experienced many companies have no choice, have opted to be online, operating fully online in order to continue to survive, continue to sustain their business, continue to have close relationship with the customers. Reason, the customers are getting smarter and smarter over time, and they are upgrading themselves as well with the availability of IT technology or social media platforms easily, but to them. So their preference as well change compared to what we used to experience, compared to what we are experiencing now and moving forward in the future. An example given to you here is high-end hotels that use computers to track customer preferences and use to monitor and customize environment. Today, I'm very sure you have very good experience. The moment you get registered, a card will be given to you, and everything else is so-called computerized in the hotel environment. From the moment you check in, from the moment you open the door of the hotel rooms, ordering food, keeping track of every transaction, every facilities that you use, and how the billing and invoicing is all done completely fully automated. So that's how the hotels are today with the help of IT system. So there is a very close relationship between the business owner and customers. So there are many examples that you can run through yourself, either through from the internet or from these slides or from your own reading. Next, in improving decision making, without accurate information, definitely managers or the senior managers will find it very difficult to make decision. We have specifically discussed this in another chapters in detail under the decision support system. Managers must use forecasts, best guesses, or luck. But with the IT system, such as the decision support system or expert system, definitely it helps managers or the management team to make correct, better forecasts. Yeah, no more depends on luck. So they can plan their production, yeah, more accurately. Without IT system, what will happen is you will see overproduction, underproduction of goods and services, misallocation of resources, poor response time, and many more challenges or issues and problems. But with the IT system, definitely we can overcome, yeah, most of these challenges and issues or problems. Also, without a proper IT system in helping us in decision making, poor outcomes raise the cost or the costing will go higher, and with that we're going to lose more customers because customers not going to be happy with the delay in delivery, for example, or with the cost is getting higher and higher, and many other reasons. Yeah, so definitely IT is a key factor in helping us in making decision. So with that, we have seen 4 big areas, very high level strategies, how IT system bring high-end values to the companies or to the business today in terms of operational excellence, in terms of creating or generating new product, new services, and new business model, or we call it paradigm shift. Customer and supplier relationship has been improved completely by having new systems, better systems, much more advanced system. An example is enterprise system, specifically customer relationship management system, CRM, or any other enterprise system. And also IT system has been the key factors in improving decision making. Moving on under the same topic, role of IT system in business today. With the IT system or MIS system, it helps us or the companies to stay competitive, yeah, by delivering better performance, charging less for superior products. Like I mentioned earlier, the time to market, the time to generate new products become shorter and shorter, the cost of producing the product becoming cheaper, and the products becoming even a better product or better services can be provided to customers, responding to customers and suppliers in real time compared to how we used to deal either through phone or through some other methods, emails and so on, which can be a delay overlooked. But today we have many real-time social media platform or opportunities allows you to communicate, yeah, almost immediately or real-time basis, where reports can be generated and sent to them. Yeah, examples how big companies or IT service providers such as Apple, Walmart, UPS are performing today. Yeah. The other point that or strategy, high level strategy, which IT is helping business today is to stay or to stay in business, yeah, or survival. Industry level changes, for example, what is happening to all the banks today. Most of the banks today are shrinking, cutting down in number of employees, number of counters, or number of branches in general, and they are actually turning into more investment, IT investment, and preparing more facilities, online facilities such as ATM machines and other facilities at their centers, so that the business can be operated 24/7 with less interaction or intervention from the human being. This was actually started by Citibank, where they called Bank Never Sleeps, which was operating or is operating 24 hours, and slowly expanded to the rest of the banks today, as well as governmental regulation requiring record keeping. Especially now, we have to keep the record for longer than what we used to keep. Yeah, audit requirement is 7 years to 15 years. Like in a semiconductor companies, we got to keep the record digitally, 15 years for some customers, even though 7 years is a common, and you should be able to pull out 15 years old data within certain seconds, as per the audit requirement. So with all that, such a high requirement or new requirement for the business, the only solution that we have is to go fully digital. No way to survive if we continue to do manually or keep offline. Yeah. So an example of a role of the information system in business today, where there is a close interdependence between organization and IT, are clearly being displayed in this slide, where you can see all the business strategies, objective, and business processes on your left hand side, which belong to the business firm. And then on the right hand side, what you have is the IT system. IT system, of course, we will look into more details later. It consists of the system itself, which we call software, and of course the software consists of many other critical and important components such as hardware, data, peopleware, and so on. So just to give you a very high level view, there is a very close relationship between the IT system and businesses. Okay, what we have in the next slide is perspective on information system. So we're going to look at what is IT system all about. What is IT system all about? But before we go and discuss about what is IT system, the component in IT system, the data, the information, the software, and so on, I think let's take a break, 10 to 15 minutes break, and I will see if there is any